Hello everyone and welcome back to Painting with Martin. Today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way of how to paint skeletons from Karak 2, the miniature set. And we're going to paint looking at Zandros, Lord Zandros from, well, he's from the base game, but he also has this kind of like skeleton Yurok or kind of like cow. So we're not going to be painting him today. For a full tutorial of how to paint him, you can take a look at the description box below, and there will be actually a link to how to paint him from the base game. He's pretty much the same as in the Karak 1 base game, just that he's riding on this cow now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at a contrast paint using contrast skeleton Horde. We're going to give it a good shake, and we are going to apply it fairly liberally over the entire area here. You pretty much soak the entire miniature in this one, taking great care not to paint him, of course. And as you can see here, it gets quite in between all the like nooks and crannies where you really want it to soak, and on the back side here as well. And the horns, hooves, don't forget the back. Yeah, you can go quite rough around this one here, making sure that you touch up everything quite nicely. Don't forget the other, or make sure that all the entire miniature is covered in this one. And it's a quite nice and easy color to work with here. So if you're a beginner at this one, this is a really good way of starting out. Now, when you're done, you want to be able to move around some of the paint. So you take a damp brush from like this, not with paint, and then you simply move the paint. So and make sure that it's quite dry, and making sure that the front of the head has much less paint on it. And you do so to make sure that it becomes more of a focal point of the miniature. You remove much of the paint, making sure that it's only left in the recesses as such. You can move a little bit on the side here as well, making sure more of the bone structure here is shown. And I have to say as well that I primed this miniature using Vallejo white primer, and I strongly recommend that you use a light color underneath, otherwise it's not going to show as much. This bone part here will also be having more of a focal point, and so you have to move it around a couple of stages. And you do that because the next stage is going to be a little bit dry brushing, which I won't show here because my miniature is not fully dry yet, because you need to do that. Some of the hooves here, making sure that you have a nice and even way of like moving away the paint. Looking quite okay already. As such, looks quite okay. So when it's fully dry, close the paint pot, of course. And then you can use one of two paints. Either you can use a dry brush with Screaming Skull from Citadel, or you can use Ushabti Bone, which is very easy. You load up your paint, an old brush such as this one, with a lot of the paint, wipe most of it off on a piece of paper, and then dry brush it over the areas where you want it to be lighter. And once you've done that, you're actually done. And this is a quick and easy way of how to paint bone using Skeleton Horde from Citadel. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time in the next video.